Hello, everyone. This is the 22nd and 24th President of the United States, Adam West, here with a message about a plant that you can grow out of a statue of Bob Ross's head. Wait till you get a load of the excitement that comes from growing a plant. Anyway, you can follow Ryan O'Connor at Wrangleshank on Instagram and Twitter. The link is in the description. Also in the description is the link to the Bonehead Cartoon. Furthermore, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to all things Wrangleshank and all things Ink the Book. I thank y'all.
It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book.
Hey everybody! Welcome to Ink the Book Show. I'm Ryan. And I try to draw my first graphic novel just about every single day. This is page 186. That's what we're doing. That's the assignment. Furthermore, I instead of drawing in my sketchbook last night, I uploaded a bunch of designs to TeePublic last night. If anyone let me see if I can share that. I'll share. Share screen. Then we'll get to ink, and I just wanted to show off. Window. How do I do it? Oh, hi. Hi there, somebody new. Showing nadoos. Let's see here. I'm going to share this screen. Get out of here. Get out of here, Ed. Okay. Wrangleshank shop on TeePublic. That's me. I made a bunch of Ink the Book Show shirts. This one has the Ink the Book Show logo on the back. But there's one without the Ink Book Show logo on it too. Of that guy. That little baby demon. Just want to make sure I'm okay. We got the coffee cat. Morning can wait. Rooster. Frog falling through the sky. Ink the Book Show logo. I want to get a big, because you can get other stuff if you go in there. Let's see. And a lot of the stuff's on sale right now. A lot of the stuff that I just uploaded. I want to get a big old tapestry for back behind me. What else we got? What else we got? There's some other stuff. This one I designed as a mug. Let's look at that. It's not as good a design for the other stuff, but I left it up there anyway. So it's got all Bonehead's friends on it. It's got the Bonehead logo on one side with Bonehead, Mort. Petunia's in the middle. And then Petunia, the little ghost girl. And it's got his other buddies over here. Billy TV, the alien, and Doyle, the fly. And it says, all my friends are weird. And here's the full design. So I like that one. Let's see. Ah! Here's a little watercolor painting I did of a bunch of weird characters. Robo Ape 13. Baby Demon with no Ink the Book Show logo. Here's an alligator with no Ink the Book Show logo. I'm about to upload one with the Robo Ape with an Ink the Book Show logo on it as well, kind of like this one. Anyway, that's enough screen sharing. Let's get back into inking. Hi. So I forgot we've got a person watching. Is this camera going to give me grief? Wait. It might. It looks like it, right? You foolish fool. I think that's going to have to do. Man, cameras. Can't live with them. Can't smash them with a baseball bat. But yeah, otherwise, when I'm not shilling for the first time ever, I'm usually inking my book, Bonehead. It's my first graphic novel. I'm learning how to do it as I go. And this is the main character, Bonehead. The book is it's going to be about 250 pages or so when I'm done. This is 186. It's actually, I'm probably about 200. Let's see. You can't record without them? Oh, cameras. Yeah. I used to do this show without a camera or a microphone, just talking to myself. Now I'm less, now people think it makes sense, but it really still doesn't. No, what was I going to say? Something? Yeah, so I'm probably about 200 pages into this book, actually. We're getting close to finishing the inking. And what else? Oh, I was going to say, it's about this little bucktooth skeleton guy that works at a poison factory. And he's kind of a goof off, but he's decided he's going to get his life together. So he's asking for promotion. He's going to ask his girlfriend to marry him. And then he finds out that his bosses are closing the poison factory for good, which is going to mess up all his plans. So he steals this top secret project that his bosses have been working on, and it gets him launched into this big interdimensional fiasco. And now I'm out of stuff to say. Yeah, one panel in, and I've run out of things to talk about. That's how it goes. I usually come in with like, I've got like this to say, and I've got this to say. I'll be good. I can do a show. And then I'm still on the first panel when I run out of stuff to say. He said, like your style, doesn't seem like anyone else's, which is great. Thank you very much. I remember when I was still going to art school like 10 years ago, and I remember feeling like I couldn't figure out my own style, and my hand's a little shaky from the caffeine, I think, yet I drink more. But when I was trying to come up with a style, I was kind of like getting little bits and pieces from like everything I liked, which was mostly like different Cartoon Network shows, different Nickelodeon shows, stuff like that. And I would kind of like I used, a lot of it's fallen away since, but I used to like incorporate, like I would draw shoes like the shoes I would see on Ed, Edd n Eddy for a little while, and I would do like eyes like Ren and Stimpy, and I would do certain other things like Cow and Chicken. I would just pick stuff up from places that I liked and I thought worked, and kind of tried to make it my own. And, you know, it's evolved since then, but eventually figured out. Something else that really helped, I think, was when I started making it a point to draw every day about 4 years ago. I just tried drawing a character a day, pretty much, is generally what I was doing. And it kind of made stuff kind of even out and kind of find its own groove. So let's see. This isn't clear to me what I'm trying to do here in the pencils. At least how I drew it isn't clear to me. Just want to make sure it makes sense before I go and draw it. So this is like his butt back here underneath his leg. So it's going to have that like Daffy Duck white line, I think. And this shoe back here, that's just the sole of his other shoe. Okay. Cool. And then I don't know what I was about to say. Dang. I lose my train of thought. For someone who has a hard time coming up with stuff to talk about and loses his train of thought so easily, I think it's pretty obvious that I should start a daily show. Put a camera on me. No, but actually doing this show for the past almost a year, I think, It's all archived on YouTube too. You can see every bit of this. I've inked every bit of this book online. And it's just Wrangleshank on YouTube. I know it falls off after 14 days on Twitch. But what was I gonna say? Oh, but holding myself to doing this online really kind of helps me be more diligent about keeping up with it. I've found. So like after a few months and you start getting comments from people and people following you and stuff, it makes me really feel bad if I'm not doing a show. Like yesterday, I was kind of trying to promise that I would do 2 shows today, do 2 pages. So I'm still going to try and hold to that. I think I can pull it off, even though I still started later than I meant to. You said, is there a lot of difference between the first version of the character and this one? Yes. I've showed it before, the first drawing of Bonehead. I don't remember what notebook it is. Let me see. Maybe I can find it. It's not bad. Because he looked kind of thumbish. He looked a little more thumb-shaped in the first drawings of him. I don't know if it's in here. I don't think so. But I've showed it before. Let me see. Check a couple more notebooks real quick. I used to draw exclusively in notebooks. Oh, here it is. So here is the first 4 drawings of Bonehead. And those are from 11 years ago. So the first thing I knew was I wanted this like kind of pencil pusher, bucktooth, skull-headed guy. And he's got kind of that point to his dome where I think I was just trying to make him stylistic and not something I've seen before. And then eventually, like I knew he worked at a poison factory. That was about it. Just trying to figure out what the bad guy was here. I never drew that guy again. There's some like, these are probably early versions of the monster in the book, the trap worm. And then here's where I think I officially, oh no, I guess he's got the point here. See, I was thinking, I liked the idea of him straight on being a perfect, like a diamond. I thought that was very, like, iconic, and I was trying to make him, I was thinking a lot about making him very iconic. Oh, there's the early version of the trap worm that's in this book called the sandworm. I changed it to trap worm just because it was because sandworm was in Dune, right? I've never seen Dune, but sandworm is from Dune and like Beetlejuice, and I just figured it should be called something else. And this was me doodling after my buddy in the video game department at our school that I had just graduated from he was trying to make a level to a game, and he asked if I had any ideas for characters that he could make run around and stuff. And it's like when he asked me that if I had any character ideas for a video game, I heard, "Do you want to make a video game? Do you want to design a video game?" And I made a bunch of animations for him, and we did make a really rinky dinky level, but all the planning that I did kind of went above and beyond what he needed for his project. And I really thought we were going to make a video game eventually. But in the end, I think I was the only person interested in it anymore. And there's, it might not be in the description on Twitch yet, but I usually have to put it in on Twitch after the stream ends. When I do this on, because I do this through StreamYard. That's what I'm trying to say. And then, but I usually put in a link to a Bonehead cartoon I made. There's this 16-minute cartoon on YouTube. It shares little bits with this book, but it's just like a little fun cartoon. It's kind of SpongeBob-y, is kind of what I was going for. Or Rocko's Modern Life. That was kind of like my goalpost. I was trying to make it very Rocko's Modern Life, very SpongeBob-ish. And then this book is kind of like, in my head, it's kind of like what a movie version would be. Oops. He's sitting against a couch here. And this is a memory. He's in this strange place right now where he's seeing all these memories of his life. And this is a recent one where he's talking to his girlfriend's dad. And yeah, like everybody's somebody. You've got, everybody's something in Necropolis, where Bonehead lives, the city of Necropolis. So he's a skeleton. His best buddy is this little devil guy named Mort. His girlfriend's this little ghost girl who's a waitress named Petunia. And then at the beginning, there's that fly guy who I made him up just for the first scene in the book, because I felt like I wanted two characters talking to Bonehead rather than just one. So like on that one mug design that I was showing earlier, you see all the main characters. There's also Billy TV, who's an alien, whose t-shirt says Butte on it, like Butte, Montana, because he's from a planet called Montana. Which finally gets an explanation. His t-shirt gets an explanation in this book. Bob Ross. Who is this one? Is that anybody? I can't even see that. Happy little tree. I kind of taught myself how to ink with ink and brush just to make this book, pretty much. I was practicing on 3x5 note cards for a long time. I would just do drawings of characters, and then I would ink them with the brush, and then I would watercolor them a lot of times. When right before I started this book, I did about 100 Bonehead drawings, and then inked them. I did a lot of those on the YouTube channel right before I started inking this book. Oh, okay. I didn't know if you knew who it was. So do you draw Shonen-dos? Am I saying that right? Shonen-dos? See, every time someone new jumps in the comments, it's always a person on Twitch. I find that interesting because I'm inclined to, like, I don't use Twitch normally. I mean, I'm on here when I stream it, but otherwise I don't use Twitch. It's very foreign to me and kind of cluttered and hard to understand, hard to look at for me. So I always feel like if people are going to find me, it's on YouTube, but it's not the case, it seems like. Well, I get followers on YouTube. All the engaging people are from Twitch, at least. They're always the ones that come in on the chat. You know, so back to Bonehead's design. I've said all this before. I was going to say I'm sure, but I know for a fact I've said all this before. Like, a lot of what I was thinking about when I designed him was just how to make him very iconic. So he kind of has the peaked head. Like I said, so he was kind of like a skeleton character I'd never seen before. It's also why he has the big buck teeth. And I wanted him to have like a unique silhouette, which is something I heard shoe in box. Let's see. Now I'm curious. It's shoe in box in Dutch. No, you don't really draw. I did apply for graphics kind of school 15 years ago, but that didn't work out. I'm not good with a pencil. There's another I think another are you in Germany? Oh, the Netherlands. I forget. I feel like I know somebody else, or someone else that comes in here sometimes. I think it was probably from the Netherlands, but my memory is weak. And which are easier to find for people who randomly look for art. Yeah, I think that's true. That seems to be the case anyway. Oh yeah. People from the Netherlands you call Dutch, but Deutsch means German. Yeah, that's what throws me off. My mistake. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So the other thing was he's got a lot of black on him. Like he's got the big black eyes, big black eyebrows, black tie, black shoes and pants. Or black legs, I should say, I guess. And it was just to make him as like iconic as possible. Oh, I was saying about the silhouette. It was something I heard in an interview or a book about Matt Groening. I don't remember. I read it years and years ago when I was like 13 or something. That Matt Groening, the creator of The Simpsons, said that he designed all the characters from The Simpsons to have like a very clear silhouette, because he was looking at like Mickey Mouse and he wasn't a great drawer necessarily, but he was kind of trying to design thoughtfully. So he was like looking at Mickey Mouse and things, or Batman, stuff like that. That like you could identify it right away just by the silhouette alone. Like if you just saw their silhouette, you'd be like, that's Mickey Mouse, that's Donald Duck, that's Bugs Bunny. So he made sure to make all the characters from The Simpsons have very clear, identifiable silhouettes. And I was thinking about that when I was drawing him. And I just kind of wanted to make him look like a sticker. Like he belonged on a sticker, in a way. Here's where the cushions lean over the like base of the couch. Kind of hanging over a little bit. So there's this pop star from like the 90s. Everything comes back to the 90s with me. But I didn't know her in the 90s. Named Betty Boo. Where so my introduction to Betty Boo was me and my now roommate, my buddy Tyler. We were shopping at a thrift store, just looking for random stuff. And as we were walking out, I saw this cassette tape sitting on a shelf. Called Grr, It's Betty Boo. And I bought the tape and I was in love with it. I would always play it. This was about 11 years ago I found that. And well, she hadn't put out an album in like now it's been 30 years since she put out an album. And then it was like a couple months I got a notification on Spotify, a little message on Spotify saying that she had put out a new single. And then she's put out another single since then. And then just yesterday, she put out a third single with the announcement of her third album after 30 years. So I'm really excited. I just pre-ordered it. I bought a bundle with it on cassette, vinyl, and CD. And it also comes with like a 5-song preview CD that's getting mailed out next month, but the rest gets officially released in October. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. You said you found it interesting that especially older cartoons don't seem to have parents, but rather other relative parent figures. Ooh, interesting. Other relative parent figures. I wonder, what's an example? The only thing I can think of, it's kind of similar to what you're talking about, I think, is, Tom and Jerry always had the Mammy Two Shoes that was like there. She was like, I guess not a relative of them, but you know what I mean? She was like, but I guess in all those you didn't really see. Yeah, I can't name a mom or dad. Okay. Yeah, like all those characters, they don't have parents. Sometimes they would be a parent for a minute, like Sylvester had like a Sylvester Jr. once or twice. But yeah, generally you didn't see that, which is kind of interesting. And that was about as close as that got to parents too, because like usually when they did stuff like that, it was like a nephew. Oh, like Huey, Dewey, and Louie, right? Uncle Donald. Oh, jeez. I say swears like Donald Duck pretty well, but much else I was never too good at. Let's see. Here's his nose. Ooh. Yeah, I thought I'd ruined this brush, like pretty much right after I started using this one. This is a newer brush, and it was like every time I used it, real early in on the page, the brush would split on me, and I couldn't get a good point. But I think it just wasn't cleaned well enough for a while, and then I kind of deep cleaned it the other day. I kind of vigorously cleaned it, and it was good for me yesterday, and it's good for me today, which is a relief. Felt like something was crawling on me. I think it was just the hairs on my arm rustling. Man, it's boiling in here. My our air conditioning, of course, when it finally gets nice and hot, the air conditioning goes out. So we're supposed to have somebody come look at it, I don't know, in a few days or something. Somebody one of my roommates knows, so I don't remember what she said, but we're just trying to hold out a few days. It's the worst up here, like in this room, than it is like just outside my door. Here, there's like the fan that hangs over the living room. We have these high ceilings, so like the fan it kind of reaches the majority of the house. That's what I need. I have this heater in here all the time because I get cold real easy. I need a fan. Ooh, my stomach's growling. I'm about halfway through this page almost. 45 minutes. This is going to be a fairly quick page, I think. Well, I don't know. Usually, I'd say a page takes me 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So I guess it'll be about average. Or ink. Trying to get an angle where my hand isn't gonna drag across the table like that. So you use fans. Try to keep and count the airflow. If you use your already overactive mind figuring out how to position them best, you might benefit. Fans are pretty cheap compared to AC, I think. Yeah. Let's see, I think our gas bill, right? It'd be the gas bill? I don't know. I just know I pay all these bills. I just hand my roommate money for the utilities, and then I send in a check for the mortgage and stuff. So, but I think they're fairly cheap. But you know, who knows what getting it fixed is going to cost. But yeah, I could get like a decent like fan in here for like $20, I'm sure. They've got fans blowing all over the house half the day since it broke down. I'm surprised it's just occurring to me this moment that I should get a fan. I've just been suffering in silence. I do that a lot. I do a lot of like unnecessary just suffering through stuff. Instead of thinking about ways to like make my life better. Not deliberately, I just do. It's kind of annoying when I realize it sometimes. How's my phone screen looking? Cracked? For how long? Weeks, months, years? It's actually not. Though, get a load of this. It's, I don't have a case, which is how I broke my last two screens. Which, I think, yeah, both lasted pretty long. The first one, it was like, the phone was inoperable when I finally took it in to get it fixed. And then my mom had seen that I had cracked my phone again, and had me swap it out with an extra phone she had for some reason. She'd gotten it for my brother, who had gotten himself some other phone kind of at the same time. So she gave me that one, and that's this one. And yet I still haven't gotten a case to protect it. That was a while ago. And yeah, I meant to. I just kept putting it off and never did. I've always been good about not dropping a phone where I tended not to need a case. And then it happened like twice in a row. It was like a month after I got it. I paid like $150 or something to get the screen repaired. And then I broke it again. I was so mad at myself. And I've had this one for a while now, where it's still intact. But that doesn't mean I shouldn't get like a cover for it. So it's not just me. My people, they're out there. I think I was looking at my analytics here on Twitch not that long ago, maybe a month or so ago, and I was surprised that it said the people who watch my streams the most. I was surprised that it was the U.S. because most of the people that I see seem to be from Canada, which I think was second, and then other places. I think the Netherlands was probably up there. And Australia, I know, had to be on there because of Crimson. But yeah, like I can't even off the top of my head name one of the people who follows me that's from the US. It's at least not many people that chime in very much, if at all. You said you got a virus on your phone. Sorry, let me see. You got a virus on your phone which kept sending you an alarm every 2 hours just for you to click it away every time, at least half a year. Oof. Here we go. That's pretty terrible. Every 2 hours for half a year? Oh my goodness. That sounds like a nightmare. I think that would be too patient for me. I couldn't put up with that for half a year. I don't think I would put up with that for very long. I don't know what I would do, but oof. Let's see. Said you paid way too much because you were going out of internet. Kept buying expensive extra internet each time it ran out. So it tripled your bill. Did that for at least half a year. I keep thinking that with StreamYard, just because I'm too lazy to delete the old broadcasts. And it's like, buy extra storage. I'm like, maybe. I'm like, no, it's just click the delete broadcast button. It's like, I don't need them archived on StreamYard. No, that's just laziness. That's a little different. I was showing my buddy was visiting from Texas last week, and I was showing him all the pages from this book so far, and he's like, I can't imagine being that dedicated and hardworking or something like that. And I was like, man, I'm the laziest person I know. It looks productive, but I'm still pretty dang lazy. A lot of a lot of problems. Sorry, I cover it up when I go to pull it up on screen. A lot of problems I know were easy to fix, but somehow I couldn't get myself to fix it. Yeah. I'm always the last person that I'll take care of because I can put it off, I think is the thing. Like if somebody else needs me, I'm usually pretty quick to help somebody else. But when it's me, I'm like, I'll be fine. Always ashamed to be seen lazy, but I really wanted, but just somehow couldn't. Could never explain to anyone. But when I do go, then it seems like I'm unstoppable. But with simple stuff like fixing my bill, I just couldn't. Yeah, there's something to me where I'm like, I can't give myself permission to like not help somebody else, but I can always give myself permission to not help myself is kind of how it feels. Like, I'll be fine. I don't got to worry about that right now. All right. It's been an hour. I don't think this is going to take me 2 hours. Maybe that one got away from me a little bit. I can clean that up in a bit. Let's see. Yeah, I should be able to finish this page in like an hour and a half. I would think at least less than 2 hours. He said, apparently that kind of stuff can be explained. I kind of found out last month. Never would have thought or would want to believe, but I found out I have ADHD. Not just a hyperactive, jumpy kid on the outside, but apparently there's a daydreamer hyperactive inside, ADHD type no one talks about. Kind of explained my whole life when I keep learning more. You know, I was kind of starting to think that I have, I might have ADHD, or I don't know about HD, but I was thinking I had like an ADD problem. Because my attention sure wanders. And I think you might have something there. And I think it was like maybe 6 months ago. I was probably talking about it on here at some point, but I was just realizing that might be my deal. I got a bit of the ADD going on. Maybe ADHD. It's hyperactive cousin. It now sounds like. Interesting that you say that. Don't want to. Oh, wait. This guy explained it best in a sort of short video. Let's see. I can't copy it or click it from here anyway. How can I? What's the video called? Sorry. It won't let me, Or, ooh. Are you able to send it in a private chat? In the private chat? I don't know. That might just be StreamYard. Because that does got me curious. Yeah, if you do, I don't know if I'll see it here, or in any case, I can see it after the stream ends. That way. If it's sent on Twitch. Now, did you, let's see. Did you actually get diagnosed? You might have said above. Like, are you taking anything for it? They keep sending you further because people I talk to don't know enough. Oh, gotcha. There's this one cartoon from MTV in about the year 1999, 2000, called Clone High. And it's about it was a really funny show. And I guess it's getting a reboot soon. Like, what isn't? But there's so it was about all these historical figures all go to high school together because they're all clones of famous dead people. And there's this, I think it's the second episode, or it's one of the 13 episodes anyway. And Gandhi, who is one of the main characters, he finds out that he has like this robot is diagnosing him, and he's like, beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep. You have ADD. You also have ADHD. It's hyperactive, cousin. And he goes, ADD. Am I dying? You're working on it. Oh yeah, I read that part. Well, I have your views on the medicine, but I'll share those with you after I heard what you think. Okay. Let me see. Here, I'll see if I can pull up Twitch. Not be able to log in from here. Twitch was always giving. I know I'm logged in onto another computer, but I've had to change my password. I might not be able to. I might not be able to get on from here. At the very least, you know what I could do? I'm putting it on screen so I can look at that, if nothing else, and then check it out after I stream. I can talk about it. Ooh, because I do plan on coming back on later tonight. That's what I'm hoping to do. So anyway. Oh dang, it's almost 2 a.m. over there. It's almost 7 o'clock p.m. here. That's why I wasn't on earlier today, or for that matter, lately, because my sleep's been so messed up. I was up till like 4 a.m. last night I guess I was designing stuff and got carried away. But I was only doing that till that was till like 2 a.m. and then I just couldn't sleep. But every day this week I've been up super late. Or super early in the morning, I should say. To like 5 or 6 half the time. don't mind hopping by tomorrow, or if you want, you can message me. Or if you think it's all bullshit, then don't do anything. No harm done. I'll check it out. I'll definitely talk about it. Either today or tomorrow. Because I don't know. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would do anything about it. Because I seem to get by well enough. But it's interesting to know, how to get by a little. It would be interesting to me to know how I might get by a little better, or maybe try something. I don't know. I usually don't leap into medication. In fact, I don't take any medication, nor have I, other than like ibuprofen for headaches or something. But I don't know. I'm curious anyway. So this is. I'm going to bring this out a little farther so it doesn't line up perfectly with his hand. Okay. Put a little drop there. Let's see. What about am I going to be on tomorrow? I wonder. Let me see when I'm actually free tomorrow, because I don't know off the top of my head. So tomorrow is the 1st. So I'm going to try to get on in the morning or early afternoon. Because that'll be the only time I'll be able to stream tomorrow. Yeah, this week, usually I'm on just about every day. This week was kind of terrible for that because, my dad was in the hospital for a couple days and I spent all my free time with him. And then my buddy was visiting from Texas. So I didn't get on a few days in a row. Partly because of that, partly because I was just my schedule was messed up. But usually I'm on every day. So I should be on tomorrow morning-ish. And, for you, it's understanding that it actually makes you able to use the positives from it better and makes the negatives of it bearable or even better. It's actually like learning how to use your powers and understanding how to contain your kryptonite. Yeah. See, that sounds good. I do not want medicine, at least for now. At least not for now, yeah. But yeah, it's like kind of knowing is half the battle kind of thing. Like you kind of know where your pitfalls lie and kind of know you can learn how to kind of trick yourself into good practices and stuff. Yeah, I'm not too. First of all, like I don't think I could commit to taking anything regularly every day. I mean, I've tried to do that with other things, and well, I mean, there's the crux of the problem probably, but yeah, I have trouble committing to like I was taking like hair loss pills, and then I gave up on that because I was like, I'll be fine. Couldn't commit to it, but you know, maybe now we know why. And yeah. And it's like, you know, everybody's quick to reach for the pill bottle. Um, yeah. And that's the kind of rut I'm in right now, actually. Um, lose important stuff because your mind tends to drift. Keys, wallet, phone. Usually I'm good about that. I think you're not hyperactive, so you must be very quiet when you're in a place with new people. Yeah. Like even here. I used to be more I've always been kind of a shy guy, but I used to be a little more animated than I am nowadays. When I'm with people I know, though, I can be the biggest goofball, obnoxious, annoying guy you ever met. Once they get to know you and you talk about something you're passionate about. I mean, yeah. Not a whole lot, I guess. That part. I I kind of depend on other people to kind of generate conversation more than I generate it myself. But doing this streaming has kind of helped me be a bit better at kind of carrying on, like bringing stuff up. But even on here, sometimes it's just like I just clam up. Like I talked about everything I know yesterday, and now there's nothing left in my head. Let's see. But no, that's interesting because yeah, I have considered that in the past. I don't know, handful of months that I might have something like that going on. So that's interesting. I should look into that more. So it's 2 a.m. there. Are you staying up much later? Mhm. I think after this, I'm gonna cook something up. I have a bunch of Hello Fresh bags in the fridge that I need to cook. At this point, I might even have some that I need to throw away. Just because it's been such a busy month. I I think there's some older ones sitting in there that I hope I don't have to throw any out. Let's see. For me, it's also that I found out I've been having my own methods of dealing with problems, like, for example, being late, and somehow I've become a master in arriving exactly on time. So if I have one thing that I didn't think about happens, I'm late. Yeah, That's interesting that you say that. Yeah, I always try to go to bed. Or no, I always try to go to the 9 to 5 rhythm. Sorry. But somehow always get pulled toward the night. Yeah, I love getting up early and just having a big long day ahead of me. But so often I get into this like I'm buzzing at night and kind of go way too late and then sleep in and repeat, and I get kind of stuck in that a lot. It's like I never want to go to sleep, and then I never want to get out of bed because I never want to go to sleep. It's a vicious cycle. There we go. Okay, now my brush is splitting again, but I think it's probably the ink in the middle of the brush is probably getting a little stiff. But when I am showering, sorry, I have that with showers too. I love to shower, but sometimes feel too lazy. But when I am showering, it's at least 30 minutes because I don't want to go out. I think I used to be like that. Um, lately, I almost never give myself time to shower. I did shower right before I came on here, but I like washing the sink a lot. Because I can do it real quick. And it's like, I'm always like trying to get stuff done. For the most part, I try to use as much as my free time as I can muster. And then, like, I'm like, I don't have time for a shower now. So I'm always trying to draw or work on stuff that I don't give myself time for stuff like that as much as I used to. Is kind of my problem there. Yeah. My people. Okay, I thought there was something else there. Get these teeth in. I'm gonna knock his teeth in. Boom, 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 boom. I can hear music from the townhouse next door. Let's see. You said, oh, if video is too boring, I find that this speeding up function is actually quite useful. I discovered that recently too. I use that from time to time. Wasn't even watching you draw. You're almost done already. Yeah, we're getting there. This is kind of sped by. Here's his sweater thingy. And then let's get this like barrel chest. I'm gonna make this leg a little shorter. But somehow I think you won't find it boring. No, I don't think so. Okay, I really stopped about it now. How many pages are there to go? So, I think there's about 50 left that I've drawn already, and I have to add some. Because I think of the pages I've drawn already. I drew the whole book. I penciled the whole book in advance, and it was about 130, and then I added pages in the middle, so it was about 150 already. But I think I've hit all the additional pages so far. So I think it's about 50 pages left, and I'm writing. I had to rewrite a chunk that's coming up. So I'm working on rewriting, and I'm going to have to draw a handful of pages to fix. So some of that's going to overlap. There might be some extra in there, but it's going to be about 150, maybe 160. And this is 186 or so. And he said, so the yeah, I've found that I can scan because these are 11 by 17 artboards, and I wasn't sure how I was going to scan them all in when I started. I still am not entirely sure, but I found that the local library, I can just go there and scan. But I'm supposed to be able to scan them as PNGs on the machine. It says you can scan them as, like, when I can select that as an option, but it would only, I think, but it was only actually doing it as PDFs or something, weirdly. So I don't know. I might have to find a more reliable option than the library, but I know it's within the realm of possibility to find somewhere to scan these. But it's a lot of pages, so it's got to be somewhere I can. I want it to be somewhere I can do batches at a time and just go back when I need to. Otherwise, I've been on the lookout for a cheap, large scanner that'll scan 11 by 17. When I search, it's kind of hard because I feel like anything that prints that's capable, I don't know, like I see everything come up when I search for a scanner that will scan 11 by 17. And I think it says prints up to 11 by 17 or something like that. So I got to find a more reliable way to search for it, or but yeah, that's the idea, is to get them all scanned in, or scan in batches at a time, and then color them in Photoshop. Color and letter them in Photoshop, or I might use what's Manga Studio called now? Clip Studio Paint. And that, I have no idea how long it's going to take me to color these pages. That's going to be a whole new learning experience. I've colored plenty of stuff digitally before, but never like comic pages. Or I'm kind of nervous about that taking me forever. So in a way, I don't know when this book is going to be done, but there's also this idea I've been thinking about where when I'm able to get my hands on digital copies of these pages, I might try to print and release 24-page chunks of the comic at a time in black and white, so I have something to show in the meantime, like while I'm working on coloring it. Part of it's just, and this goes for inking it all on live streams. A lot of it is I'm trying to build up interest in the character, in the story, while I'm making it, so that by the time the book is ready, like maybe it'll have an audience and people interested in maybe buying it as a book. Said you got, oh, I got cool stuff, but for now it's hard to find my channel. How do you mean? I should be Wrangleshank at everything. Like, I'm Wrangleshank on YouTube. I'm Wrangleshank on Twitch. Wrangleshank on Instagram and Twitter. If that helps. But it is kind of annoying that, see, I wanted everything to be Ryan O'Connor. But there's so many Ryan O'Connors out there that it's not helpful to use my name. There's a million Ryan O'Connors just sitting on my name, doing nothing with it. In Twitch, the name is, or the title is important also. It should explain more what you do. That's true. I don't know, like making the design for my cartoon or whatever it's called. That's why I'm trying to like make kind of a brand out of Ink the Book Show. So like I and it should be in the description, at least on Twitch. After I end the broadcast, I'll add the links. I put in what was I gonna say? I put in the link to that shop, so I've got like I uploaded a bunch of like Ink the Book Show designs on that. Well, I mean, you saw that, but that'll be there. I don't know. You're saying, yeah, the title. Yeah, because I just give you're talking about the titles of the videos, right? Because I just give random titles to my videos. But I do include Ink the Book Show on all of them. So, I came here because I look for channels that look the most unique. The majority is not me. Oh, okay. And that's the other that's another thing that I think is good is I try to upload or try to go. I put like images from this batch of sketchbook drawings I scanned in and edited. I make all my thumbnail artwork from those to kind of. I feel like my titles and thumbnails are kind of grabby, but you know, they might not be the most obvious thing to click on just because it is a little random. Twitch viewers only watch videos if they have seen the stream first. Oh, like, really? Interesting. That seems to be the case, though. Like, only if they catch the live stream. Or catch a live stream, maybe then they'll check out the channel. What about you, Shonen News? Do you have anything that you stream? The videos in Twitch used to be like the highlights of the stream. Shoo. Gotcha. Yeah, that works. That works. Yeah, is there any content you're making? Oh, you don't stream. You're on Twitch. You've been on Twitch since the beginning, huh? How long has it been around? I know nothing about Twitch. I've been using it for like 6 months. But it still confounds me. Said, been on the internet all your life. Used to game a lot. Gamer at heart. I'm like useless at video games outside of Crash Bandicoot, things like Super Mario, stuff that I grew up with in the 90s. But Donkey Kong, those I can play. Not even those well though. But I can at least get into those. But I don't play very many games. It's from 2005. I know. It's coming up on 20 years old. Yeah, it doesn't. That's crazy to think it's been that long, and that it hasn't been very long at the same time. There's a quote this one band I like has, or it's not a quote, it's a line in a song from this one band that I like, that I think about all the time, where it says, "Life is long, but it all moves so fast." You've been here from 2007 or 2008. Dang. Can I ask how old you are? "32. Ooh, I got 2 years on you. I'll be 35 in October. You said lately you find it interesting to search the low-viewed channels with just a camera. I find a wide range of stuff, mostly a lot of talented people who have great talents but have troubles getting it out to the world." That's me. I think I'm done. I think. But yeah, that's me. We're getting there. I have more people who see my art now than they did last year, because I've only been doing this for about, let's see, it's almost a year. It's maybe 10 months. So here's Bonehead page 156 or 186. Ooh. So I'm gonna. Whoa, wait, not my crotch. My face. Dude, I gotta straighten this camera out before I come on again. So I think the idea is I'm going to make something to eat and then come back on. after I eat. But it was good talking to you. Good to meet you. Shoes. But I'll be back later today. You might be dead asleep by then, but I should be back on tomorrow as well. So you said you might be here. Well, look forward to it. And I saw that you gave me a follow. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Glad you find this interesting, my little scheme here. Take care. I'm gonna get something to eat. But this has been Ink the Book Show. Thanks for watching. Keep on watching. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.